Yeah, back in the field with the track stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. What's good?
All right, this segment is sponsored by Amazon Unlimited Music. This is a premium subscription, a chance for you to have over 70 million songs added to a playlist that's been curated by experts. It's an opportunity for you to listen to your favorite songs. What it does is it actually takes your listening habits and it creates the perfect playlist. So whether you're in the mood for a dinner party or just a regular party and you want to just throw on some vibes, go to getamazonmusic.com/trackstar. Sign up today so you can have your full sway of what you want to listen to on deck. All right. And I'm back, guys. I'm back, man. So it's so exciting to be back.
Yeah.
It's been about a month. I have my son.
Congratulations.
God is good. We're enjoying him. Our kids are enjoying him. My wife certainly enjoys the son that looks just like her. So it's exciting. It's an exciting time for us. Right now, we are joined by the gentlemen of That's Not Christian podcast. What's going on, fellas?
What's up? What up? What's good? That intro's fire.
Oh, the one we have?
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
You know
I'm gonna have to step it up.
Well, we developed that when we became a television show. We got a deal with the Impact Network about 2 years ago. And
That's
so
great.
they were just like, hey, you guys need an intro for your show. So yeah, that's what it was.
Hey, all good. Nice. I like that. That's fire.
I like the songs y'all were playing while we were just chilling. Like y'all had all the bangers. I'm like, what song is this?
That's just off our Spotify playlist, our Milk Spotify playlist. Shameless plug. So
there you go. There you go.
But today, man, we got you guys here, man, and we're excited that you guys are in the field with us.
Appreciate it.
You know what I mean? Just tell people out there, man, that somebody's watching this, like, man, I don't know about these guys. Let's hear their story. So just guys, tell y'all story, man. Everything y'all kind of told us in the beginning. Just let the people know about you guys.
Yeah.
Not all at once, right?
All speak at once.
They all get quiet.
All right, well, I'll pop it off. So basically, we're in the chat room called Telegram, and in that chat room we have something called Barbershop, and it's basically about barbershop talk. So what happened was, shout out to comedian Chris Williams.
Okay.
He said, yo, these are good topics that we be talking about, and it'll be dope if we format this into a podcast. So I used to have a joke for years. Like anytime someone says something, I'll be like, that's not Christian, brother. You know what I mean? Like you say something like jokingly, or I say, yo, that's not Christian, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what happened was they're like, yo, what should we name it? So they was like, well, let's name it That's Not Christian. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect, right?
Yeah.
So we decided to go ahead and move forward and make this something that was public. Chris, he decided that he wanted to, do his own thing with hope and humor and stuff like that. So he was with us for a while, and then he decided like, yo, I really feel like a vision to do this. So we was cool with that. And then we're just here now, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of how I see it is, us just giving a Christian perspective on today's current events, like Netflix, right? Like when people want to cancel Netflix, it's like, how should we feel as Christians when it comes to something like that? Like what should our view be? And even though we don't always agree on every subject, it's good to hear the different perspectives. So that's how That's Not Christian just started going forward.
How did the dynamic of the personalities come together? Like me, Sean, Jeremiah, we know, everybody has their own lane. Everybody has their own, we have different, the personality traits.
Yeah.
The dominance and things like that, the dominance and all that, the greens. We know whose color is whose, right? So we stay in that lane of operating. And this has been 15 years for us. How did you guys come together on a personality dynamic to make this work? Because it's I wouldn't say it's hard with three people. I think it's easy with three people. But with four, it seems like it might be a challenge, right? Equal mic time.
I think it's a challenge. I don't. Well, you know what? I think because we were part of that Telegram group chat for a couple of years before we even jumped on the podcast. So, you know what I'm saying? We got to know each other well enough to know if this is going to work or not, So, I mean, all it was just transitioning whatever happened in that chat over onto, to what you see now.
Yeah.
But it's really not any different, to be honest. I mean, what you see there is basically what we've been doing for years now.
Right.
It kind of flowed over it easy to, really. So I mean, what do y'all think?
Yeah, I mean, and it's barbershop talk. So like when you in the barbershop, like someone might interrupt you. Someone might ask a question. It get loud. Someone might talk over somebody else. You come in for a cut one week and you might get, your thoughts off, your piece off, you know what I mean? And next week, somebody else might have something to say about a particular topic that you enjoy or whatever. And that's just kind of how it is. We actually just had a conversation about that because and I see, shout out to Mario Esco. He's in the comments. He's like, I want to hear Ant talk, because the last episode, he really didn't do a whole lot of talking, just because there was so many people in the conversation, but don't sleep on Ant. He do got jokes.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like, I mean, that's another thing, right? You in the barbershop, somebody you see something funny, you might just crack some jokes on them. But that's what we do. I mean, who says as Christians we can't crack jokes and have some humor out of things? So and that's what we do too, man.
Yeah. As long as you guys are like you making fun of each other, and I think the thing is, and I think what the thing that me, Ryan, and Sean have talked about over the years is, even when we in heated debate, we're still family at the end of it,
right?
And we still love each other and everything like that. The funny part is sometimes our comment section goes array, and they still be fighting, and we like, yo, hold up, we family. Everybody's in family. We may have disagree on this, but we still family. So we're having that conversation. You know what I'm saying? So
I got something for y'all. What is your biggest topic so far? Like, what did you guys talk about that you got the biggest reaction from?
What I brought up?
Oh, nah. Well, I don't know. It could be a couple, right? But I think the initial kickoff was the
cameo,
the game's protege.
I
ain't even gonna say his name.
Your boy Cameo.
That's what put us on the radar. Like, who these dudes? Why they starting trouble?
Yeah.
Did the person that we're talking about say something about you guys, or did they just like?
Nah, he did. It's crazy because he never said anything. It was
emailed.
Just like email and in the instant like DM.
Hilarious.
And no one, he never reached out and never said.
Got you.
That we didn't even know we was on his radar, to be honest. So
because y'all took it a step further. Like, I actually read that email because that email got circulated.
Yeah.
Oh, you read it?
It was out there. It was on social media, wasn't it?
Did we leak it? I don't think we put it out, right?
No, we didn't put it out.
You know what?
The crew.
It got sent to a bunch of people. Somebody did put it out.
Yeah, I think it was
somebody sent it to somebody. I like how you move. Somebody sent it to somebody.
But somebody said in our comments it was assist and decease. That's what it was.
Cease and desist.
Yeah, C&D. Yep.
Yeah.
And so,
that was crazy. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No. I was just saying. So it's crazy that it got that far, because y'all meant it to be a joke, right? Y'all weren't really, whatever about it, right?
It wasn't even like a joke. It was more like, allegedly, like, we don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because like, what we do know is that, hey, we can take our money and get one of these artists to promote for us. And that was it, you know what I'm saying? We just kind of put two and two together. It wasn't really a joke. Like, yo, I'm seeing a lot of game shout outs with the same background and all this. Like, it's looking a little funny. Maybe he did this. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he did this, or maybe just Game felt like he had to shout his homie out after he did all his cameos. I mean, we don't know. But dude,
so
got
who was it among the group that came up with the idea? Like, who's the bold person that said, you know what? Even if this gets us backlash, even if it's we feel, some people feel like we're attacking him, let's just go ahead and talk about it anyway. Who was that? Who's
a troublemaker?
Who's a troublemaker?
I mean.
It was
do with the blue hat, man.
That's
I ain't gonna say no names, but they might have a blue hat on.
The thing was, the crazy part was that I was the one that got we all share the email, but I was the first one to see the email, and I tell the guys, I was like, what the heck is up with this? Like, why do we have a...
But that's not why we did it, though.
No, I know, but that contributed. Like, it was like, you know what? Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
shout out to Tadeus in the comments.
Jimmy, what happened?
Desist orders.
Jimmy, what happened, man?
Yeah, Jimmy, what happened?
All right, let's start from the top, right?
We're Cali native too.
Your man Cameo, right? He dropped a video saying that the game gave him a shout out, right?
Yeah.
And so the crew dropped it in our chat on Telegram, right? Like, yo, check this out, And so I'm a social media marketer, right? I work with brands, and I do social media ads, Facebook, Instagram, Google. I'm Google certified. And so I was working with a company that's in the tech industry, and they were joking about getting a bunch of people off of Cameo to kind of do some influencer stuff. And the game was one of the names that came up, joking, right? Because he's not in tech, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So they thought it would be funny. And so when I saw that immediately, I was like, boom, I went to the site, I went to Cameo. I got the link and I dropped it. And then like 5 minutes later, the crew had a video up. That's just how he does, That's how Jay does. Like, shout out to Jay. Like, yeah. He like dude is on it, and he did the video, and then we already had it on topic to talk about it, right? And so we talked about it on our show. I'm gonna speak for myself. I didn't think it was we were on anybody's radar, so like I wasn't expecting like people to respond that way, especially him. Yeah. And so that's kind of what happened. So we talked about it on the show. And then after that, it was kind of like these kind of sneak disses, and then later we got a cease and desist letter. By the way, copy your cease and desist t-shirts at watsonbontes.com. No, I'm for real.
No, that's the funny part.
Did y'all respond
that's
to
the
it?
petty funny part.
Did y'all respond to it? Did anybody respond to the letter?
I did. I did. And immediately when I saw it, I responded. Because I think Jay or Jimmy was like, I think like, hey, check the DM. I was out like washing my car or something. And I responded. And I'm like, is this a joke? So I responded like immediately, and they was like, "Yo, chill." I went off like I shot first before I thought.
Yeah, but you and I are like, because I'm the one that barks for Trackstarz. Like when I see something I don't like, I'm the first one to be like, "Yo."
Yeah. All right. So do y'all have a Sean in that group though? Because Sean is the one for us that's like,
he calms everybody
calm down.
Calms
it's all right.
down.
Let them. That's that. Do y'all have somebody in your? Because if y'all don't have that.
That's no. That's Switch. That's Switch.
Definitely.
Thank God for Switch.
Definitely.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, we
that's
had a
the dude from
situation.
BX.
We had a situation where our artist was like really dogging us, right? And me and Jeremiah was like, "Yo, let's turn up. Let's go see. Let's go talk to see about it." Sean is like, "No, we don't do that, guys. We gotta make sure that everybody." We got to repost and like and everything, even if it's a nasty letter. Like we had somebody attack our wives, man, and Sean was like, repost. I was like,
oh, nah, chill.
Just crazy stuff. But it shows that we have it under control. Like we really do operate with the heart of Christ, Sean 24/7, me more like 18. 18 and 3 or something like that. Yeah. But that's just great that we have that opportunity. So I'm glad you guys have that amongst the group as well. Because I'm the one that always gets rowdy. I mean, that's just my nature. So, me and Rick sincere.
I wanted to ask you guys real quick. When did you get involved with CHH, and how do you think it's going so far?
Well, Switch is an MC. And we've always been fans of CHH, like I told y'all before the show started, like I heard about you guys like a decade ago, so respect to you guys are OGs, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, but we've always been fans of CHH, but we never tried to be like a CHH show, it was more so just Christian brothers getting together, again, that barbershop talk, so we talk about everything. So we'll talk about Griselda and we'll talk about YP, that's just how we do, so it was never intentional, but we have those relationships, so we bring those people on and we talk to them, and our show is not so much about interviewing them like, yo, what's your next project, what's your next single, it's more so of like how they think about certain topics, because we like to discuss topics and see like where the mind is at. And, you know, how they feel about certain issues going on in politics and culture and media and all that stuff.
Yeah. Dope.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in CHH, or I've seen CHH since, I mean, what, Human Emergency, or probably further than that, you know what I mean, when there was Rap Fest and all those things. So I seen it transition, I seen it grow, I seen the same arguments that they had back then that they have now. You know, is it ministry, is it industry? You know, the Tunnel Rats and Jafia Life, and then the cross movements and lamp mode. So I've seen it, but I think it's at a good space. I think that we have a diversity of music now. I think that you know, you have a lot of good music, you know, like kind of how you guys made
production
a
value has gone up.
The clarity, the beats, you know, everything,
the mixing,
you know, and then you have the true hardcore CHH artists, and then you have the kind of not what do you call it, JPMs, you know, Jesus,
we don't cuss,
artists. I mean, the more positive, the more positive Christian rappers, and I think it's at a good space.
They're more positive. They got less positive Christian rappers.
I guess you know, positive music.
We're gonna talk about one in a second. We're gonna talk about one in a second.
Oh wow. But y'all we understand like for you guys starting off, and I'm glad that your format is like barbershop talk. It's dope. That's what is needed. Everybody is needed. Every lane is needed in this thing, especially in our subgenre of Christian hip hop. Everybody's needed, and I think that's the dope part about you guys, is that you guys come from a perspective of, man, we may not do it a traditional way, kind of a radio way, but we may just have people come in and we talk. We have their conversations about stuff. It's almost of a like you said, barbershop talk. We invite people on and they just share their viewpoints and stuff, and then you guys talk about their viewpoints, which is dope, man.
You know, and a lot of people, Christians, you know, they watch podcasts now, right? Or they watch these YouTubers, and you know, you got Joe Budden podcast, you got Joe Rogan, all these different podcasts, and they have their perspective from their mentality. And we're like, why don't we offer an alternative? So you know, they can know what's going on.
Because we talk about the same stuff, not the same stuff, but we talk about similar subjects. Topics, you know, we just have that Christian perspective and things like that, you know. So
that's dope.
Yeah, and I think it's important for all of our, because you know, we're a body, you know what I mean. So it's like, you know, you're in your lane, we're in our lane, and I think it's important for Christian creatives to be out there and putting this content out, because 2 hours that you're watching Trackstarz is 2 hours that you're not listening to like Drink Champs ratchetness or Joe Budden, you know what I'm saying? Like you're consuming godly content, even when you're talking about Biden drone bomb in Syria, you know what I'm saying? Like you coming from a Christian perspective, you know, so it's a lot different than what maybe Nori would say, or you know, somebody else, you know, from a different podcast.
So let me ask you guys this: what is the vision going forward? How far do you guys want to take it? What does 5 years from now look like for you all?
That's a great question.
Good question.
What do y'all want to do? I don't know.
Man, we just having fun, man.
Yeah, it's like it's wherever the Lord leads us, man. Whatever doors the Lord wants to open. Like, I mean, to be honest, like I think kind of Jimmy mentioned earlier, we never intended for us to even be CHH, right? We just were like, yo, we Christians, we could talk about these topics and let's do it. It just so happens that it ended going in that CHH lane just through the relationships or whatever the case. But I mean, hey, we going wherever the Lord leads us, man. So if he opens that door, that's where we going. So
and that's what it was for us too. We started off at a secular radio station, and we just wanted people to have an alternative to the music that they were putting into their ears. You know, that was completely it. And it just so happened that you know, we started talking about what we were doing, and the youth ministry invited us out. And they were like, hey, you know, if you guys come out, we got an interview lined up for you all to interview Lecrae and Kurt Franklin. We were like, oh,
wow.
We put that Lecrae interview out there. That pretty much took us in that lane with CHH. You know.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's really what it was. But I mean,
That's dope.
our show has been in the gospel arena. We've been on CCM radio before. We've been on, just different stations. And so really it's all about the talking points, right? The music, you can put the music on anywhere, at any point. You can just chop up the show and put the music in. So our overall goal is to be able to just be a voice for the kingdom, right? No matter who's listening, whether or not that's on a rock station or a country station, just what we talk about. But our topics are very centered around, heavily centered around the culture of, Christians and hip hop. So it fuses all together.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah,
all right, so let's do this. Let's take a break right here. We'll come back in a second. You in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Wright, to Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.